What's up, everybody? We got a special video for you today, so stay tuned.
This is the beginning. The all-new Chrysler Lebaron. Beauty with a passion for driving. Advanced front-wheel drive traction. Positive response suspension. Fuel-injected high-torque power. Choose precision 5-speed. Heart-pounding turbo. All with Chrysler's new 770 protection plaque. New Lebaron from Chrysler. Driving to be the best.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Charleston Car Videos. Today's gonna be exciting, that's right. We're gonna be taking a look at the 1989 Chrysler Lebaron Convertible. I mean, think about it. It's currently today, January 2018. This vehicle is just about years old. But anyways, we gotta check it out. Again, this is a 89 Lebaron. You've seen them before on the highway, but you don't see them as much anymore. Let's get into it. Let's check it out and see what the Lebaron is all about. So back in the late 80s, early 90s, what was in style with cars back then? Pop-up headlights. Yeah, that's right. My first car was a 1989 Honda Accord 4-door EX with pop-up headlights. And the Lebaron is no exception to having pop-up headlights. Let's see if they still work. So, there you go. So, I mean, maybe they didn't pop up like they did on the old Ferraris, Lambos, or my 1989 Honda Accord, but they still kind of had that pop-up going on with that, cover popping up and down. So, still to me, pop-up headlights. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood and see what's going on under the hood of the Lebaron. Oh, very nice. No rod to put it up. It just gets right up. Pretty sweet. So, I was actually surprised today. I got the key. I asked the folks inside at the dealership, I said, hey, does anyone know where the key is to this Chrysler Lebaron? What are you talking about? Nobody even really realized that there was a red Chrysler Lebaron sitting in the back that somebody traded in over a month or two ago. It's just been sitting back here. So what I'm thinking in my head, okay, we're gonna have to get a jump box and jump it off and all that. Well, needless to say, I go over to the car, get in, crank it up, it cranks right up immediately. I'm like, okay, this is a good sign. And I'm actually really surprised because the body on the vehicle's in great shape. You can hear the AC clicking on and off right now. I don't know if the AC works. I'd have to go inside the car and feel. We'll do that in a minute. But it's running. It's a 2.2 liter turbo. And back in 1989, it was pushing out 174 horsepower. Now you ask yourself, back in 1989, was 174 horsepower on a turbo engine like this pretty good? You got your britches, it was. That's a lot of horsepower to be back in 1989. Cruising on the highways. All right, everybody, got the camera off the tripod for a minute. We're going handheld with this bad boy. So as you can see, the condition of this Lebaron is actually in really good shape to be as old as it is, over 18 years old. I mean, look at the front end there. Headlights still working. Park lights are in good shape. The blinkers work. I mean, wow, freaking right? I mean, this is one of those cars where I think if they put it up front to sell or on the internet, somebody would buy it. I mean, it's just in great condition. It really is. I mean, I'm kind of blown away by it, really, to be honest with you. I mean, the pinstripe's still looking pretty decent shape there. It's got Firestone tires. Let's really get a look at these tires and rims. These are actually steel wheels on the car, which kind of fools you, but that's a hubcap right there. Firestones. And what size rim is that? I'm assuming it's 14 inches, but yeah, it is 14 inch. So back in the day, in the 90s, 14 inch was a pretty big rim, right? I guess so. Turbo electronic fuel injection. Wow. The side of the body looks good. No major dents, no major dings. Not really even any major scratches. I think the only thing we got going on here is that red. All these years later, red is one of those colors that it fades a good bit, right? But even the mirrors here, check those out. I mean, just a little polish would do, and it would look probably really nice. Front windshield's in great shape. I mean, look at this. The wipers are still good on here. I mean, this is actually a very decent car. Let's take a look at the soft top convertible. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to get this convertible top down really too easily today, but I can tell you from looking at the top on here, it's in good shape. There's no rips, there's no tears. Not bad at all. I think, oh, here we go. We got one little spot right there. But back window looks good. Still got the defrost and everything going on. Let's get a closer look at the rear end of the LeBaron, because I know there's a few of y'all watching right now that probably have never seen one of these before. So that's the rear. Not a bad looking car to be a 1989, is it? Not at all. This was really popular back in the 80s, was these trunk racks, as you would say. Today we have roof racks on our cars, but here we have trunk racks. You don't see that a whole lot anymore on vehicles currently today. Exhaust sounds good. No crazy colored smokes coming out the back. Your reverse lights are right there on the bottom. All the lights seem to work just fine. Let's take a look at the gas cap back in 1989. Yeah, there you go. That's one area, though, on vehicles that people just don't keep clean enough. You know, when I wash my car and stuff like that, I always open this up and wipe it down in there to keep that in good shape. So that's probably the only part on this car that's really nasty dirty is in there. But it closes just like so. Passenger side body's in good shape. Now, you know, we got to look at the trunk and the interior. So let's figure out how this is going to work. So that's not opening that way, is it? Nope. This vehicle is not for sale. See dealer for release date. Okay. I noticed this earlier that the trunk wasn't opening, so let's see if we can do it the old school way. You'll notice on older cars too, when you did that number with the key, it won't come out. There's a little button right there. You push that down and churn, and then the key comes right out. Let's see if there's a spot back here where you can actually put a key in. Oh, yes, there is. Right there. That's not doing anything for me. Let's try this key. Again, back in the 80s, you didn't have key fobs. If you did, you were from the future. That's the key for that. And yeah, it opens up. The shocks are obviously kind of worn out on the back. As you can see, I'm going to have to hold it up. But that is the trunk space in the 89 convertible LeBaron. When you look up specs for this car on Google, type in 1989 Chrysler LeBaron, basically it comes up only as a convertible. So that's what I'm assuming. It looks like there's a actual hardtop or some sort right there. That is actually that piece right there. I'll show you real quick. Whoa. When you drop the top down on the car, that red piece covers up right back in here, this area, and just makes it look a little nicer with the top down. All right, let's go ahead and hop in on the interior and see what we got going on. Another thing I'll tell you about cars that are a little bit older, they are low to the ground. I mean, I'm 6'1". I really got to get down low here to sit in this car. So as you can see, it is pretty low to the ground in that sense. Now obviously the headlights are on, so that sound is beeping. This is how you cut the headlights on and off. Now they're off. Now they're on when you pull out. Vents were different. Everything was different back in the 80s and 90s, as you can see. I mean, there's your mirror. There is no power door lock. You just hit that button and that's how you open. And of course they still rocked fake wood trim even back in 1989. Little cubby hole spot down there, a little pleather right there. Pleather, as we say, not real leather, leatherette maybe. The other thing, man, you really sit back in this car and you're low to the ground. The dash feels really high. I mean, look at that. The dash is high. You know, cars nowadays, it seems like the dashes are a little bit lower so you can see out more, and the steering wheels are up a little higher. So definitely steering wheels also back in the day were a lot more thin in this area. Let's see if the horn still works. Still got a working horn. All right, let's go ahead and crank it back up once again. With these keys, this is definitely different. You don't have no push start anymore. Cranks right up like a charm. So I definitely do have the AC on right now. I don't feel really any cold air coming out. We're gonna cut that off for just a minute. There you go. Again, nothing was digital other than the clock back in the day right there. That is your AM FM radio. How about it? Odometer up there, which is probably incorrect. I seriously doubt. Oh, whoopsie. That says ODO miles. Okay, that's a trip computer, obviously, because according to this car has 56,919 miles on it. Don't know if that's the actual true mileage or not, but hey, if it is, wow, freaking we. I mean, with this car in this type of condition, that really could be the mileage on it, right? But yeah, everything's definitely a lot different back in the day. I mean, just the whole dash, everything about it. Look at it, right? I mean, this shifter here, these buttons, look how kind of quirky they are. They got front, rear. It's almost like, hey, Mr. Customer or Mr. Owner, this is the front, that's the rear, front, rear, on and up. Not up and down, just on and up. And then you got these buttons here for the convertible top, I'm assuming, or the back windows. So, do they still work? Oh, sure they do. Yeah, they still work. Glove boxes, how did they look back in 1989? Just like that. Still has the owner's manual and some other little things in there. A pencil, some lotion, and a spoon, and some lights. Pretty cool stuff here, right? Did you get a mirror back in 89 on this car? No, you did not. Not even for the ladies. Seats are in good shape though. Again, kind of a fake leatherette type feel, but comfortable. Armrest just big enough for one arm, as you can see. Anyways, let's take it for a quick spin right here through the dealership parking lot. Here we go. Let's put it in drive. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And the LeBaron is driving. So even suspension actually feels pretty good. It's kind of a floaty type feel to it. I tell you, this is definitely one of those cars you buy now and be like, yo, what's up? Well, want to hop in the Chrysler Lebaron and go out tonight?
You're about to be seduced by power and luxury. Lebaron's classic luxury now surges ahead with turbo power. Today's new Chrysler Lebarons offer the option of turbo power in a series of front-wheel drive cars, each built with quality, each backed with a 5-year, 50,000-mile protection plan. No other car moves you quite like a Lebaron. From Chrysler, the best-built, best-backed American cars.
Yeah, that's this car. Everybody wants to get in for a good laugh, roll the top down, and just show off in your Chrysler LeBaron. Definitely can feel the turbo up there. Wow, actually. I mean, I can't get up on it too much, but I just felt the turbo spooling up, which actually felt pretty nice. Let's see how the turning is on this car. Let's don't hit a brand new Ford truck, right? Interesting. Turns good. Power steering feels great. I mean, it shifts through the gears just fine. I think my only complaint right now is that the AC is not blowing that cold. But you know, right, particularly today, it's winter time, so it's not that it's not that cold, or it's not that warm outside. But anyways, now I'm really curious on what the dealership would sell this for. So when the GM gets back next week from vacation, I'm gonna give him an ask, because I found the key in his desk. So we're gonna definitely find out. If some of y'all got some questions on the internet or curious what the price would be to actually buy this car, because like I will always tell y'all, everything on Charleston Car videos is for sale. Every vehicle you see on this channel is for sale. So technically this is a for sale video on a 1989 LeBaron, but we're just getting a little more in depth here. But if anyone wanted to buy this car, whether they live out of state or wherever, you know, this is a great video to watch to see that the actual car does drive and run and actually is in good shape. Man, let's try out reverse. So we definitely don't have any backup cameras. We'll definitely be using our mirrors. Don't have a rear view mirror up front there. I've seen cars that are convertibles back in the day, they don't have rear view mirrors. So I'm assuming that's the deal with that. Yeah, not bad though, really not bad for an 89 LeBaron to be now today, January 2018. Well, I hope y'all had just as much fun as I did checking out the 1989 Chrysler LeBaron. Like I said just now, if it is for sale, possibly. So hit me up on YouTube if you're interested in buying it, and I'll figure out what the price will be when the GM gets back on vacation next week. So there it is. Pretty interesting. I'll walk and talk here real quickly before we go. You know, actually, I knew a guy about 2.5, 3 years ago that he took me to lunch. I was working at the Cadillac store back then, being a Cadillac sales guy, and he said, Chad, let's hop outside, hop in my car. He had a car that was white that looked just like that old LeBaron back there, but it had a Maserati logo on the front and on the interior. I'm like, his name was Clyde. I said, Clyde, is this really a Maserati? Now, I don't know exactly what year his was, but he said back then Chrysler and Maserati had a little thing together, and they actually made Chrysler LeBarons, and they actually made a Maserati version of that car. Now, it wasn't really that much better, really. It just had different logos on it. So that's really interesting as well. And if you could find one of those old LeBaron type Maseratis, I bet that thing would be worth some money if it was in great shape. Anyways, thanks for watching. The last video we did on an extremely older car, which was a Lexus. Not that old though, but it was a 2000 Lexus. We got a lot of hits, and I decided today, I was like, you know, I don't have to spend the time to film that old car back there, but you know what? I seen the people really enjoyed watching some older car reviews on some older type stuff, and I thought that 89 LeBaron would be a good choice today to do. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you're new to the channel from watching this video, hit the subscribe button. I film cars every day of the week, so there's always good content up here for y'all. So thanks again. If you're already a subscriber to the channel, hit that or smash that like button today, and let's keep growing. All right, everybody, see you later. Enjoy 2018 the best that you can.